Hi lovelies, sorry, just not on top of my mobile phone battery situation, and I still don't have the live version of Facebook on my laptop, which would completely remedy all of these issues. So sorry my lovelies. But to recap for Georgie, what I'm saying is unfollow everybody that triggers you. If it's a friend that triggers you, be kind to yourself, be kind to them, and absolutely realise that this is one of the good things that I don't have to do so much anymore, because I actively seek out people who are doing better than me, because I take it as, hey Lauren, I take it as motivation, and I absolutely believe that when we are put in close proximity to somebody who is doing very well, whether that is consciously in business or subconsciously, or not subconsciously, but by luck, they win the lottery, we are being shown from the universe exactly, we're in their line of vibration. Like attracts like. We are being shown that if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us. So that kind of really spurs me on. So see if it's a friend that's triggering you, see if you're able to reframe it a little bit. The third thing is just get really, really focused on your shit. So know what your personal goals are, know what your professional goals are, break it down into 3 daily targets. And make sure you're doing all of those things, and you're going to feel so good, and I'm saying 3 daily targets are not a massive to-do list, because we never get through the to-do list and it makes us feel shit, so that's why we stick with our priorities. Leah Freeman is saying, would I recommend trying to learn about Facebook ads, SEO, Google Analytics and all of that scary stuff? Or would you say just stick to doing the networking and focus on getting clients and paying someone else to do all of that stuff for you? I think all of that stuff is bells and whistles, and I think that they're red herrings that we get sucked into believing are going to make all of the difference. I don't think those things make all of the difference. I think that they're nice things to have, and I think that if you have the budget for them, you should pay someone else to do it. But if those types of things are not your strengths, so yeah, I 100% believe that we should be focusing on our strengths, and I think that when we first start out, and I've certainly done it myself, and I think it did give me a bit of confidence. I used to do everything myself, because I wanted to save 50 quid here or £10 there, and because I needed to save 50 quid here or £10 there. However, what I didn't appreciate is by saving £50 in cash, because I wasn't liquid, what I was also doing is taking up 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of time Googling and YouTubing stuff that I would only ever have a basic grasp of. And if we look at 5, 6, 3 or even 2 hours of your time when you're looking at saving 50 quid, actually that 50 quid is not a saving. You've just cost yourself stuff. And I'm not saying it's easy to find cheap help, and often cheap help is not good, but places like Fiverr, places like People Per Hour, you can find help reasonably priced if you're prepared to do a bit of searching around to help you with this stuff. But I absolutely think that in-person networking and online networking should be the things that you are focusing on, rather than trying to learn skills, unless you're naturally adept at learning things like Google ads or Facebook ads, or that really excites you. And the fact that you've said all of this scary stuff makes me think that that's not stuff that excites you, or that you're naturally that you're naturally drawn to. So I would leave that stuff. If I had to pick one of those things to pay for right now, I would say Google ads, closely followed by Facebook ads. April is saying, I want to apply for the B School scholarship. Would I recommend, or will we be covering a lot of that in the group coaching? So I would say, April, absolutely apply for the scholarship. It is an amazing, amazing network of people that you will get inspired by daily. Hey Catherine, hey Andrea. However, I definitely would not pay for it. Anybody who has launched an online course or really launched anything online doesn't need B School. The reason that it was so impactful for me is because I had absolutely no idea of online marketing. So an email list was amazing. To be told what I needed to be put on my website was amazing. To talk through how to identify an ideal client was amazing. All of the key elements to B School and all of the other courses that I feel have been really, really relevant to me, and I think that are relevant to you, are all in the Baby Business School. It might not look as polished, but all of those kind of the meaty bits that most people who don't know anything about online business need, that B School is the foundation. All of that stuff is in the Baby Business School. And the really interesting thing about the client clarity stuff, which I think is still incredibly important and relevant for people who are not working in their zone of genius, i.e. who are doing online courses or they have their job, but it's not the thing that they're most passionate about. I think that working out who your target audience is absolutely spot on for how I've described things in the Baby Business School. However, when I update the course, I will be talking more about being the lighthouse and allowing your message and your truth to attract your niche audience as the first step before going into their heads. I think it's about being in your head. I don't think it's possible to do that unless you're working in your zone of genius. And lots of people aren't, And I think what's interesting about why the mindset piece is so important is my general feeling is the easier you find it to really hook into your why, the closer you are to your zone of genius. I think the harder it is for you to tease out why you love it, I think that most likely you're working in your zone of excellence, which is a great place to be for a lot of people, but the magic and when it feels really, really fucking great to you, so like when I do these talks, when I am getting to coach with somebody who's really, really responsive, like literally I cannot even get it out there quick enough. And I think that when you're in that space, you are much more likely to be less in your zone of excellence and more in your zone of genius. And then really it starts from you and all of the stuff I've been talking about messaging, which I will be doing a workshop on shortly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of just talking about that more and more and more. And obviously when I refresh the Baby Business School, you'll also have that element to add to your client work too. So that is it for me today, lovelies. Thank you very much for joining me again. If any of you are on who are really clear on what your zone of genius is and how you want to grow your business over the next 6 to 12 months, and you want to work with me, then you need to inbox me so you can find out how you can apply for my new group coaching program, where we're going to be focusing on getting your mindset so fucking on point that you feel like you are flying. And most importantly, when you're not flying, you know that you can bounce back within a couple of days rather than a couple of months. We're going to be talking about nailing your message, and we're going to be talking about how you can monetize the shit out of it. So that is it. We're starting mid-April. Yeah, inbox me to see how you can apply. It's been a pleasure as always. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much. Love you loads. All right, bye.